Morning, mate.
Good morning, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Oh, very well.
Taxi today, obviously I was going to miss you. Lovely, thanks, boss. Thank you. Morning, mate.
Morning,
Mate,
morning.
up to Stansted.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Sorry. Yeah, thank you.
Hello everyone and good morning from a very chilly Stansted airport, should I say. Today we've come all the way down to Essex to take another flight with Ryanair and give them a second chance. But there's actually more reasons for me doing this flight, which I'll explain later on. But first, let's go and get checked in.
Are you checking bags?
Yes, please.
You have a
Yeah.
boarding card?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Sorry, on the right side.
Okay. Yep. Oh, left. Left. Yep. Thank you.
Have you seen? Hello, sir.
Hello. You okay?
Can I see your passport results, you mind?
No, of course not.
Where is the gentleman flying to today?
Shannon.
Shannon. Is the bag check-in or carry-on?
This is a check bag. I'll take
Thank
this
you very much,
one.
Mr. Wallace. Any machine, please.
Thank you very much.
Right, so this was my first time trying to use one of these bag tag machines, and to my everlasting embarrassment, it took me a few minutes to figure it all out.
A few moments later.
Eventually, I was able to print off my bag tag, but then came another challenge. Once I tagged my bag, I had to take it to an automatic bag drop desk, and it took me 4 times to find a belt that was actually working.
Is it the wrong one? Is that the wrong one? I'm using the wrong one. That one. Let's try this one. It's on. That's okay. You said yours is working. Fingers crossed it gets there.
With checking all done, I just had to make one stop before heading through security, and on my way I came across this display giving a bit of history about the airport from when it was built as a base for the United States Army Air Forces during the Second World War, which I thought was an interesting little read. Okay, that's me all checked in and through security. Eventually, security was a bit chaotic here, I have to say, and that's that check-in. Wasn't really too sure about it. Not sure if I actually prefer it that way or the old-fashioned way. But anyway, let's go find something to eat and drink, shall we now? today I decided to grab something to eat in the Wetherspoons Windmill Bar, which offers great views of the runway, and the breakfast was very tasty and a much higher standard than I've had in other Wetherspoons establishments. Okay, so here are the reasons why I really wanted to do this flight. There's 3 reasons mainly, one of which you'll find out about in the next video. The second reason really is, if you watch my Ryanair video, you will have known that I wasn't really too impressed with them. It was better than what I was expecting, but it certainly wasn't the wow factor. So we've come to Stansted here to see if we can get a better experience from a different base. Thirdly, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on the channel, but I used to work as cabin crew, and this is really where my aviation career really started. So I did my first initial training course here in Stansted with Ryanair before I was based in Shannon with them. So that's just a couple of reasons why I wanted to do today really. So a bit of nostalgia thrown in there and a bit of a second chance for Ryanair. A notification soon popped up telling me which gate my flight would be departing from, so I made my way down there. I was hoping to be getting on the train that takes you to the gates, but unfortunately that gate was not accessible by the train, so I had a lovely 10-minute walk instead. Today I was flying on a 9-year-old Boeing 737-800, registration 9 Hotel Quebec Bravo Mike, which was delivered to Ryanair in November of 2015.
Thank you.
Thanks, I'll go. Yeah, mate. Good morning, you okay?
Hi, how are you?
Good morning.
How are you?
We pushed back from our gate 10 minutes late, and then it was a short taxi to runway 22. After takeoff, we made a right turn around the town of Bishop Stortford before heading towards Luton and Oxford areas. From there, we passed out over Wales and out over the Irish Sea, crossing the coast at RYANAIR, and then a straight run all the way to Shannon. Flight time was 1 hour and 5 minutes, cruising at 38,000 feet. Shortly after takeoff, the crew started the in-flight service, with pre-orders being given out first. Then they came down the cabin with a drinks and snack service for everyone else, and the service was really quick and the crew were very polite and professional. This was followed by the sale of those legendary Ryanair scratch cards and finally a duty-free service. So as for the seats, they were the same ones we had on our last flight. So again, I was comfortable, and the legroom I still think is really good for a low fares airline. I think the aircraft was in need of a deep clean, as there are bits of chewing gum in between the seats. I really don't understand why people do this instead of putting it in a bin.
Okay, welcome to the forward loo on the Ryanair 737-800. Apologies for the lights affecting my camera there. Got some soap there. I'm not sure what that says. It says something about Lisbon on it, it looks like. Some loo rolls, but it needs pretty much a bit of stocking up, I think, to be honest. But overall, the toilet is clean, tidy, which is nice to see. And I absolutely love this sign. Probably one of the most abrupt and to the point signs about no smoking on board an aircraft, and honestly I think what else needs to adopt this stance.
I soon had to return to my seat as we started our descent for Shannon, and the views of Ireland were absolutely stunning today. Today's flight cost me the grand total of £69.23, which is made up of the ticket price of £21.74 and then the extras such as seat choice, checked-in baggage, priority boarding, etc. That came to an extra £47.49.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Right, I have to say,
that was a much better experience than my last flight. All of the staff I interacted with was so friendly, and the gentleman at check-in who checked my passport, I loved how he took a moment to read my passport and use my surname. That made me feel like I'm more than just another number on the list. The cabin crew were fantastic from the start, with a lovely warm welcome on board and great on-board service. Just one thing I found though, the check-in. I get the idea behind these bag tag machines, but I think it would really help the process and the customers if there was a member of staff just floating around the area just to be on hand and help when needed. But with that aside, it was still a lovely flight, and I hope that this is the new standard that Ryanair is setting now, and that the issues I faced on the Palma to East Midlands flight were just a one-off.
Okay everyone, welcome to Shannon. And I'll tell you what, that was an absolute enjoyable flight. For me, that was 100 times better than what I experienced on the Palma to East Midlands flight. Very much better, to be honest. Very more customer focused crew, all the stuff like Calgary friendly. And I'll tell you what, being back here, it done half take me back. I feel like it's so familiar, but then again it's different after 18 years. Right. Okay, I'm going to go off and find my hotel now. Hope you enjoyed today's flight, and I hope you'll come back and join me for our next leg. And hopefully we'll see you all soon. Take care and goodbye for now.